The rough-terrain forklift truck has been a familiar sight on Northern European construction projects for many years. Tough, compact, basic in design and operation, it's long been the first-line materials handling tool for both the builder and the builder's merchant. This JCB 930, equipped with a 6.55-metre triplex mast, is busy delivering materials such as blocks, concrete sections and liquid concrete to second floor height on a housing project in Alveja, just outside Lisbon, in Portugal. Tinair, the main contractor on site, chose the 930 for its outstanding stability and superior load capacity at full height. However, in Portugal, rough-terrain forklifts are just as popular in builders' merchants, cork sheeting stockists and cork processors. A large number of sawmills also use the Rtfl for materials handling. Portugal is currently enjoying a construction boom as it rapidly upgrades its infrastructure. So it's hardly surprising that builders' merchants' yards are the scene of bustling and urgent activity. Farshima's yard, situated in the northern town of Aruja, is no exception. A JCB 930 is used to move cast concrete pipes from factory to stockyard. Moving and stacking in the yard, even at heights of over 3.6 metres, the 4.5-metre free lift mast suffers no load duration, so the machine can lift and carry the heavier loads with complete safety and confidence. Lorry loading from one side is achieved by skillful handling of the controls, assisted by good operator visibility of the forks. Many builders' merchants have to handle awkward loads, and this has led to some typical Portuguese inventiveness. Special attachments have been developed, like the pipe carrier on this 926 at work for Senor Albino Pinho, which greatly speeds up productivity in his yard. Prechado, near Setúbal, specialise in precast concrete sections and chose special wide carriages for 2 of their 3 JCB Rtfls. These handle extra-long concrete beams, floor cast in rails, cut to length, and then carried to the stockyard. Here they're stacked and classified prior to being loaded on waiting trucks bound for the Algarve and Lisbon. Space and manoeuvrability rather than load capacity are the problems facing Francisco Sardinha Alves of Anjos Vedres near Lisbon. His 930 four-wheel drive has to display all its ability to manoeuvre in tight spaces and uses a fork side-shift facility to place the palletized loads accurately on the trucks. Nearby in Brejo de Acetão, Senor Gaspar de Costa's 926 manoeuvres neatly between the brick pallets to load the truck from one side. The JCB's 18-degree forward mast tilt and good forward visibility go a long way to assist the operator in this delicate task. Cork is Portugal's major export product. Whilst many of JCB's versatile telescopic load-alls are employed on the cork stockpiles, JCB's Rtfls are performing more delicate tasks, handling the cork sheets which will eventually end up as millions upon millions of bottle corks. The cork sheets are brought from the cork oak country of Alentejo to stockists such as Fernando Oliveira in Louroso near Oporto. Here the sheets are classified as to quality and then taken to the boilers to be cooked. The straightened sheets are then stacked awaiting call-off. The 926, equipped with a special attachment, handles the cork to and from the boilers and stacks the sheets up to 5 meters high. Another very special attachment is necessary at the Interchampagne stockyard in Montijo. The bales of cork sheets are truck-loaded using this side-shifting clamp, which gently squeezes the bales before lifting. Maximum space utilization is achieved by judicious use of the side shift. Portugal's timber industry is now a major export earner, with the UK and Holland being the principal markets. This industry, found mainly in the pine and eucalyptus forests of central and northern Portugal, consists of a large number of small to medium-sized sawmills using local wood. In contrast, the wood pulp and cellulose industry has concentrated itself into a small number of very large processing plants. Because of the medium size of the sawmills, the lack of space, the increased stacking heights, and the many handling operations necessary, the JCB rough terrain forklift has become the ideal machine for the job. The need to increase production to meet the industry's increased demands has meant a radical modernization of the machinery park. The need is now for greater capacity, better traction, stability, operator comfort and safety, without sacrificing maneuverability and versatility. JCB, with its 926 and 930 machines, is able to offer all these user benefits and more, as we shall see. This 926 is one of two machines owned by Senor Francisco Raro of Vila Nova de Gaia in northern Portugal. The long lengths of wood are taken from the stockpile to the debarking machine. The very wide load requires good machine stability, a rigid chassis and mast construction, and the ability to maneuver in very tight spaces. The other 926, equipped with a bucket, is used in Senor Raro's new project of producing sawdust briquettes for central heating boilers and domestic solid fuel stoves. The 926 has sufficient traction to push the sawdust toward a ground level hopper. This business has expanded at such a rate that Senor Raro is seriously considering buying a JCB 406 shovel to do this job and release the 926 to do its job in the woodyard. When a bucket is combined with a multi-hitch attachment, the results are quite dramatic. Seração J. Alves of Rio Miau, south of Oporto, is a highly successful family business making sawn timber for pallets, 90% of which are exported. While a competitive machine is in use inside the low-roofed production area, it's a JCB 930 four-wheel drive machine which is the prime mover and responsible for all the tough jobs. Incoming trucks are unloaded quickly and efficiently using the multi-hitch log grapple. The JCB synchro shuttle transmission ensures rapid but comfortable work cycles. The winter rains can turn the stockyards into a morass, so four-wheel drive is essential. Changing to a 1.5 meter light-duty bucket is simplicity itself. Wood chips and sawdust are sold to the local brickworks for their furnaces, and several truckloads are dispatched every day. The 930, with multi-hitch, handles the large capacity bucket with ease, using the forward tilt to its maximum advantage. Good traction and powerful hydraulics ensure that trucks are loaded with a minimum of delay. No wonder Senor Alves has nothing but praise for the JCB 930. At the village sawmill of Senor Pinjo Almeida, the JCB 926 doesn't need pushing power or powerful hydraulics. It's enough that the machine's low-profile cab and 4.5 meter triplex mast allow it to achieve all the handling operations without an expensive modification of the factory roof or an extension of the stockyard. Like most sawmills, Senor Raro's woodyard is a dusty place. Regular checks of the engine air filter are made easier by placing the pre-filter element in an accessible place. In fact, all daily checks are made easier by the rear-tilting engine canopy. Exhaust gases are expelled up and away from the machine, and the flat, uncluttered cab floor is quickly cleaned and washed. One reason why JCB rough terrain forklifts have found a market in Portuguese industry is because factories are often sited in rural areas where large-scale concreting of open yards is impractical, so the conventional forklift truck would find the going very difficult indeed. That's why Bascontrige, truck bodybuilders of Póvoa de Varzim, bought a 930. They needed to move steel sheets and wood sections from the stockyard to the main assembly and profiling areas. They even used the 930 to move completed truck bodies, an awkward load to handle at the best of times. JCB rough-terrain forklifts operate in a very wide variety of industries in Portugal. In construction, builders merchants, in the cork industry, in sawmills and in factories. They're handling heavy loads, small loads and big loads. They're fitted with forks, with buckets, with grabs and with a host of special attachments. They're popular both with low-profile mast and with the big high-lift triplex mast. JCB rough-terrain forklift trucks. First choice for basic material handling in small and medium-sized companies not only in Portugal but throughout the world.